Have you ever stopped to ponder, what exactly is time? This seemingly simple question can unravel a world of complexities. We often perceive time as a linear, forward-moving stream, a ceaseless march from past to present to future. It's a concept so deeply woven into the fabric of our lives, we scarcely pause to question its true nature. We measure it, we chase it, we lament its passing. We plan our lives around it, from the mundane daily routines to our most ambitious dreams. But is our understanding of time complete? Or is it possible that this entity that governs our lives is in fact deeply misunderstood? It's an intricate puzzle, a mystery that has intrigued thinkers and philosophers throughout the ages. The concept of time, as we know it, might just be the tip of the iceberg. But what if everything we've come to know about time is nothing more than an illusion? Can you touch time, taste it, or see it? No, because time isn't tangible. It's an intriguing facet of our existence that we've come to perceive and experience so intimately. Yet it remains elusive, intangible, and invisible. Let's delve deeper into this concept. We perceive time through change and movement. Think about it, the ticking hands of a clock, the rising and setting of the sun, the waxing and waning of the moon, the changing seasons, all of these signify the passage of time to us. We've learned to measure time by observing these changes and movements, and this measurement has become an integral part of our daily lives. But here's where it gets interesting. Time, as we understand it, is a human-made concept. It's a tool we've created to organize our lives, to keep track of events, to plan for the future, and to understand our past. It's a construct that helps us make sense of the world around us. However, it's not a physical entity. Unlike a river that you can touch or a mountain that you can see, time is not something that exists in the physical world. It's not something that you can hold in your hand or put in a box. It's a concept, an idea, a perception. So if time doesn't exist in the physical world, then what is it really? Is it simply a construct of our minds, a product of our perception? If we strip away our human-made measurements and constructs, would time still exist, or would it simply vanish like a mirage in the desert? These questions lead us to a fascinating theory, the theory that time, as we know it, may be nothing more than an illusion. If this theory holds true, it could fundamentally alter our understanding of reality and our place in it. But of course, this is a topic for another scene. This leads us to the theory that time, as we know it, may be nothing more than an illusion. So, what exactly do we mean when we say time is an illusion? Well, it's all about perception. Let's take an everyday example. Imagine you're waiting for a pot of water to boil. To you, the minutes seem to drag on forever. But if you're engrossed in a thrilling novel, those same minutes fly by. In both scenarios, the same amount of time has passed, but your perception of that time was vastly different. This is a simple illustration of how time can feel subjective or illusory. Now let's delve a bit deeper. When we talk about the past, present, and future, we often imagine them as distinct entities. But what if I told you that they all exist simultaneously? Mind-boggling, isn't it? Here's how it works. The past is nothing more than a collection of memories stored in our minds. It's not a physical place we can travel to, but a mental construct. The future, similarly, is an anticipated sequence of events that hasn't occurred yet. It, too, is a construct of our minds, based on our knowledge, fears, and hopes. And the present? Well, that's the trickiest of all. The present is the point where we perceive time to be happening. But the moment we try to grasp it, it's already slipped into the past. In reality, the present is incredibly fleeting. It's like trying to balance on the edge of a razor blade. So if the past and future are constructs of our minds and the present is elusive, what does that mean for time? It suggests that time as we understand it may not exist outside of our perception. The feeling of time passing, the ticking away of seconds, minutes, hours, it's all a product of our minds, our consciousness. This brings us to a fascinating conclusion. Our understanding of time seems to be more about perception rather than about reality. The past, the present, the future, they all exist, but not as we typically imagine them. They're all happening right now, in this very moment, creating the illusion that we call time. Philosophers have wrestled with the concept of time for centuries. Let's delve into the labyrinth of philosophical perspectives on time. The ancient Greeks, for instance, had two words for time: chronos, which refers to sequential time, and kairos, symbolizing opportune moments. This already hints at the multifaceted nature of time. Fast forward to the 17th century, where we meet the renowned philosopher Baruch Spinoza. According to Spinoza, time is merely a construct of human imagination, a product of our limited understanding of the universe. He argued that everything in the universe is part of a singular, eternal substance, which exists beyond the constraints of time. Then, there's Immanuel Kant, an 18th century philosopher, who proposed that time is not an actual entity, but a necessary framework for our minds to understand reality. Kant believed that our minds structure sensory experiences into a sequence, giving us the illusion of time. In the 20th century, we encountered J.M.E. McTaggart, who stirred the philosophical cauldron with his paper, The Unreality of Time. McTaggart proposed that time is illusory because events cannot be simultaneously past, present, and future. His work sparked a flurry of rebuttals and counter-arguments, keeping the debate alive and well into the modern era. And let's not forget about the contemporary philosopher Julian Barber, who suggests that the universe is a collection of nows. He argues that each now is a distinct, unchanging configuration of the universe, and the feeling of time passing is merely an illusion created by our consciousness. As we can see, the concept of time has been a subject of debate for centuries. The philosophical exploration of time, much like time itself, is a continuum, an endless thread woven into the fabric of human thought. Each philosopher in their unique way has contributed to this fascinating discourse, challenging our understanding of reality and prompting us to question the very nature of existence. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to Embark True North. Now that we've explored the idea of time as an illusion, what implications does this have for us? Well, the implications are profound and far-reaching. If time is an illusion, it means that our perception of past, present, and future is not as definitive as we might think. This has a significant impact on how we live our daily lives, make decisions, and perceive events. Consider our daily routines. We wake up, go to work, eat, sleep, all based on the clock's ticking. But if time is an illusion, it would mean that the structure we have built our lives around is mere perception. This realization can be liberating. It can free us from the confines of schedules, allowing us to live in the moment, to be more present and mindful in our activities. Now, let's look at decision-making. We often make decisions based on the anticipation of future outcomes. But if the future is just an illusion, it suggests that our decisions should be based on the present moment, on what feels right now, rather than on predictions of what might happen. It's a shift from a fear-based decision-making process to one that is rooted in the present, in courage, and in truth. And what about our perception of events? We often dwell on past events, holding on to regrets, or we anxiously await future ones. But if time is merely an illusion, then the past and the future lose their hold on us. We can let go of past regrets and future anxieties, focusing instead on the present moment. In a nutshell, understanding time as an illusion can lead to a more mindful, present-focused lifestyle. It can free us from the shackles of past regrets and future anxieties, and empower us to live more authentically. It's a perspective that can be deeply transformative. Understanding time as an illusion can shift our perspective on life and our place in the universe. In this video, we've journeyed through the concept of time, challenging our common perceptions. We delved into the enigma of time, a concept so inherent in our lives, yet so elusive to our understanding. We've explored time as a construct of perception, a fluid entity that molds itself around our experiences and memories. We've exposed the illusion of time, questioning whether it's a tangible reality or just a figment of our consciousness. We've also navigated through various philosophical perspectives on time, each offering a unique lens to interpret this abstract concept. And finally, we grappled with the implications of time as an illusion, a perspective that shakes the very foundations of our worldview. This journey has been about more than just understanding time. It's been about questioning, exploring, and transforming our perspectives. And that is the essence of philosophy. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to Embark True North.